Board games have exploded in popularity over recent years. And that's great. We love board games. The problem is, though, is that as board games have gotten more popular, more pieces have been added in. And so even small, little nice boxes like this have enough pieces to make Monopoly blush. Now, when it comes to your board game storage, you have a couple of options. Historically, it's been bags. It's been bags, it's been bags, it's been bags. You bag up all your components into individual bags to make sure that, hey, this is your character, this is your pieces, this is what you need. But even then, you're stuck sifting through all of these bags to get the game onto the table. A should-be quick setup takes 20 minutes to just make sure that everyone has the pieces they need and they're ready to start playing, and that's before you've even started teaching the rules. There is an answer, though. 3D print it. Take, for example, Root. It is a wonderful, wonderful game that unfortunately also comes with approximately 17 million pieces. This is just one of the many factions, and that is just a small number of the amount of pieces that can come with it. Historically, I've bagged these separately. So, you've got your Marquee Cat in a bag of all their tokens, all their victory points, all that good stuff. This game also comes with a deck of cards that needs to be distributed out to each player. With these 3D printed cases, I can fit both the appropriate cards and game pieces in one convenient container. This, thankfully, allows you to put them nicely inside each box so that you just hand it to them. Not only that, but just to be a little bit extra, I can color code the boxes and have the labeling etched with the print. Plus, this file had prints for every expansion pack so far, and they all fit perfectly in the base box. Look at this. Each box fits perfectly with its own custom lid, so there is no risk of pieces spilling out during transportation. It is a wonderfully designed system from Sigismund Zero over on Printables that I cannot rave about enough. We used 3 separate printers for this. We used the Bambu A1 Mini, Creality Ender 3 V3, and the Creality K1 Max to get all of this printed. Now, with a print that needs to be so precise, there are some things to look out for. While we were printing these root boxes and lids, we did have some trouble with the lids sticking, but just a few passes with the deburring tool helped shave off enough of the print to get them to easily slide on and off. Additionally, if you have a smaller print bed, you may have to divide up some of your larger prints. Take this ingenious design from G-Man Tech for the game Stardew Valley. If you are in a situation where your print bed is a little too small and you decide to chop it up a little bit to try and make it print easier, you might run into a situation where your tolerances are too low or too high and you end up with either wiggle room or it not quite fitting in the box the way it used to. In which case, you might need a prototype, do some remeasuring, figure a little bit out as to how you're gonna wanna trim it. This game in particular, it's absolutely worth it. It has cut down so much setup time. We gave just a few examples, but there are so many board games out there and the 3D printing solutions keep coming. If you have a large game with a ton of parts like Everdell or a small game like Scout, a 3D printer can be a literal game saver. When it comes to board games, every second you spend setting up is another second your players might notice the TV across the way and think, well, hang on a second, that's already set up, why aren't we just using that? With 3D printing, you cut your setup time down substantially, so you and your players can get into the game and start having fun. We have links to every single one of these prints in the description below, but if you're ready to start 3D printing, stop by your local microcenter and speak to an associate. They'll help you find a 3D printer that is right for you. And if you don't have a microcenter near you, comment down below with hashtag I want a microcenter near me now.